guess who's back? No, it's not that show that you desperately want to watch that still has a long way to go before it finishes its hiatus. I'm not dead! I haven't posted in 2 weeks because life is a mess and I'm a failure. Hi, how are you doing? Welcome back to LittleDewDroplets. My name is Dew, and today I'm back with another one of these videos that disguise themselves as short and non-detailed reviews, but are actually just fanatic propaganda to get you to enjoy the things that I love. Yesterday I'm doing my January favorites 2018, but it's already March. And my February favorites 2018. Yes, it's a little bit weird, but that's because I spent the first 2 weeks of February with Valentine's videos, and the second 2 weeks of February having a motivational meltdown. Weirdly though, I still have only 3 items on my list, which is pretty much what I have on every other monthly favorites video, even though I consume stuff for twice the amount of time. So, I have no idea what's going on. Maybe the universe is trying to keep me in check. Anyways, let's start with this. The first thing that I want to talk about is Coco, and you knew this was going to be here. You knew this was going to be here. Everything that Pixar does has designs that are just so visually stunning, flawless animation, deep, lovable and very well written characters, masterful emotional manipulation, and settings that are so well researched they almost hurt with how accurate they are. But by this point pretty much everyone knows about that, so I'm gonna be talking about stuff that not everyone pays attention to, but that really made the details in this movie so amazing for me. Like for example, the voice acting is magnificent, but also this movie did something to me that I don't think had ever happened to me in the history of ever, which is, it made me enjoy and crave Latin music. I'm from Argentina, I'm technically Latina, and I don't like tango, I don't like reggaeton, I don't like cumbia, I don't like salsa, I don't like bachata, I don't like whatever else other types of music there are that are Latin. For some reason, it just doesn't click with me. So even before I went to the cinema, I was already fully expecting to just watch the movie, put up with the music for once, and just not have to hear it again until I wanted to rewatch it. But actually, I got home and I wanted to re-listen to some of the songs because they seem so awesome. And another amazing thing that this movie did was it made me really interested in finding out more about the culture that it's representing, which doesn't happen often. I mean, granted, it doesn't happen often because most movies produced in America are about America, and after like a million of those, you just don't really feel curious about America anymore. But like one of the first things that I did the next day was to go on Google to find out what an alebrije is and what's the history of them and their significance, because I had literally never heard of them, but they immediately sparked my curiosity. You don't need me to say it, but I'm gonna say it anyways. I give Coco a 10 out of 10. It is definitely up there on the highest ranking Pixar films on my list, which if you don't have a Pixar ranking list, what are you doing? You need to watch more Pixar. Now, I want to address the elephant in the room, which is probably something that only I care about and none of you were actually asking, so it's more like one of those pink hallucination elephants that Dumbo had, which were creepy. But you know what? I'm going to address it anyways because I really need to go on a little bit of a rant.
If you're such a fan of Pixar, then why did you only go see it in January? It probably wasn't even available in cinemas anymore, so you probably pirated it and you're a terrible fan.
Well, my dear condescending ignorant who probably doesn't exist, but I needed to make up in my mind because I didn't know how to transition into the rant. Disney decided to bring Coco to my country only like 2 months after it released in the rest of the world, or at least in America. Do you have any idea how much I had to hide from the internet to avoid spoilers? Do you have any idea how tempted I was to pirate it and how easy it would have been with that range of time? This was just one of the most dumb decisions someone could make because I guarantee that a bunch of people just downloaded it instead of going to the movies. Honestly, it's even justifiable because even blacklisting things, even avoiding all of the people that I knew would be talking about it, even doing all of my best to not get any spoilers, I still got some spoilers and I was paying very close attention to what I watched. I am bitter, I'm confused, I'm dumbfounded, and most importantly, I really hope it never ever happens again. I'm not okay. I'm not okay. I really love Disney too much to get spoiled, and I'm not okay. Let's move on to the second item on my list, which is going to be Steamworld Dig 2. The original Steamworld Dig is a game that I really like to pull out whenever I need a quick and easy distraction, because it's honestly such a fun, short and quick game. It doesn't take you a lot to finish it. Like, I think if you couldn't dedicate a lot of time to it and you were really bad at games, it would maybe last you like a week, maybe two if you're really bad at games. But honestly, it's not a game that could take too much up of your time, because it's straightforward and fast and dynamic, and it just doesn't have a lot of room for you to spend hours and hours and hours on it. And Steamworld Dig was a big surprise in the fact that I felt it was bigger. Like, the map seemed bigger, the story seemed longer, it even seemed like it had more complexity as far as the characters and dialogues and everything goes. The art definitely changed to be a little bit more complex. Steamworld Dig 2 also made some slight improvements in things that bothered me a little bit from the first game, even though they weren't really that much of a bother. But it definitely added a ton of new mechanics and tools that make the whole experience way more fun, way more customizable, and way more entertaining. Like, I enjoyed the exploration of this game so much more than the first one, and I enjoyed how the puzzles were a lot more complex because of the amount of tools that you're giving in this game that you didn't have in the last one. If you have never even heard of Steamworld Dig, go to the description and I'm going to leave some videos for you to watch that will show you what the game is about, maybe the trailer. I'm giving Steamworld Dig a 9.2 out of 10, and I'm only giving it some wiggle room because I honestly think the third one is going to blow my mind. And I know that there's going to be a third one. The way the story ended in this one, I would be super upset if the story doesn't continue in a new game. And the way that this game improved and added a lot of stuff from the first one gives me the idea that the third one could come up with so many new stuff. But I cannot recommend this game enough. Please try it out. Please try it out. Please try it out. And my third favorite of the month is an anime. Shocking, I know. Snow White with the red hair. This anime filled me with butterflies in my heart, my soul, and my spirit. So, if any of the things that I'm going to say are something that you know you enjoy in shows, please check it out because it's so worth it, it's so cute, and it's just such a good time. First of all, this show is just visually pleasing. The animation may not be out of this world, but the art style, the designs, the colors are bright and simple and cute, and that's everything that it needs to be for a cute romance show. Particularly, I found the design of the world and the outfits really pleasing and calming and relaxing, and I just found myself enjoying a lot of the scenes that happened in the forest because it just really fills me with a sense of calm. What you're going to get from this show is basically romance, character growth, and a little bit of adventure. And if that's what you're looking for, or you know that you could enjoy a plot that has those elements as the heaviest, then go ahead and watch this, because that's basically the show. Shirayuki as the main character was just such a refreshing thing, because in anime I'm just so used to not having strong female characters or having very shallow, very archetypical female characters that are strong. You know, the cold badass that knows how to do everything and can defend herself against anything. Or the type of character that is shy and nurturing and kind and is a strong character in the emotional sense, like an emotionally strong female character. But that's why I'm saying that Shirayuki is refreshing and just so goddamn inspiring. She's a character that went through many problems in life and decided at one point that she wasn't going to let that stop her from living and growing. She's a character that may end up as being the damsel in distress at times, but even when she is in distress, she does everything in her power to get out of that situation without help. And she, most times, gets really far without the help of others. She is this kind of strong female character who is capable and independent and never takes shirt from anyone, but is also very kind and nurturing and careful and likes caring for others, and is also very dedicated to improving herself and learning. I just have so much praise for this character, honestly. The rest of the cast is also interesting and very likable, and I feel like I could stay here and talk for a long time about each character. But I don't want this video to be super long, and I feel that the most interesting character to talk about was Shirayuki. Especially because she's a protagonist, and especially because it really matters to me that we get representation of strong female characters that also are vulnerable instead of being a stoic rock that can do everything. Another thing to consider to know if you're going to enjoy this show or not is that she has a lot of male characters who show interest in her, but this is definitely not a reverse harem or otome type of situation. From the very first episode, there is already an established pairing, a very clear setting for where the romance is going to go, and everyone else sort of shows affection in their ways, and you can see that there are arcs to be explored about the feelings of everyone else, but the show has decided and has shown that there's one canon route. I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10 because for its genre, it definitely does its job incredibly well. But honestly, I just really want a third season to be confirmed, and that will keep me happy. So with all of the 3 items covered, I'm going to finish this video off and tell you that if you enjoyed it, please hit the like button because it helps a lot. If you have any opinions of the things that I talked about, please comment them down below or recommend stuff as well. Also, check the rest of my channel out. See if you like what I do, the type of videos that I put out, and if that's the case, subscribe, join my little family. But that is it, so I wish you a very good day or a very good afternoon or a very good night or whatever time it is when you're watching this, and I will see you next time. Bye! The only reason why I only have 3 items for an entire 2 months is because I've been so hooked up on keeping up with Drag Race and rewatching the entirety of Project Runway. I'm a sucker for competition-based reality shows. If you have a recommendation, comment them down below. I really want more shows like that. They give me life, I don't know why.